As far as the listening or reading tests are concerned, preparing a table after every reading and listening test is essential because it is going to help you out a lot to identify your areas of improvement and then work out on them so that the overall score in these two sections can be increased dramatically in short time itself. Okay. So how do we prepare this sample reading test report and
Okay.
listening test report? Let's go through them one by one. So when you do the sample reading test, okay, when you firstly you finish your reading test and then you prepare a table like this, otherwise known as self-assessment report or table. Okay, you have to write down like this. Okay, on a notebook or on the question paper itself, you can write down like this: question number, question type, part, number of questions, number of correct answers, and overall score. Look at this. First question, first seven questions, 1 to 7, question number, information matching with the text. Okay. So we have got this question type in this one. So what you have to do is that you have to write down what part it is. It is part A. All right. And how many questions are there? There are 7 questions in reading part A section, right? I mean, under that are falling under information matching with the text. And how many answers have you got for this particular reading test? So if you have got 4, then the overall score is 4 out of 7. I have highlighted this one in red because I have scored only about 50% of the answers correctly, isn't it? So this is not good, which means this is one of my improvement areas. Okay, I need to focus on this very much. Okay, and then
Okay.
for example, for questions 8 to 14, we have got short answer questions. Okay, and these things are falling under question number part A. And I have got 7 questions and I have got all 7 of them correctly. Wow, that's good. This means you are very strong under short answer questions and you don't need to focus on this too much. Okay, you don't need to focus on this too much. All right. When I go to question number 15 to 20, I've got fill in the blanks and they are falling under part A of the reading section. And I got 6 questions and I was able to get 5 answers correctly. So it's 5 out of 6. This is this is okay. It's a sort of okay question type because I can still get 5 out of 6, but it can be improved as well. We need to aim at 100 percentage of accuracy across all these sections, okay, or question types. All right.
Okay.
And then I went through question number 21 to 26, and that are falling under multiple choice questions, and they are part B. And I have got only 5 out of 6. So 5 out of 6 is okay. It's not a very bad score. It is all right. So I highlighted it in yellow. So the yellow ones are like okay, red ones are very bad, and then green ones are good. So look at the other questions, that is 27 to 42. They are the multiple choice questions that fall under part C, and there are 16 questions, and I have got 13 out of the 16, which is good. It's not that bad. It's really good. Okay. So the overall score, when you look at this, I have got 34 out of 42, which is really good. So what you should do is that you need to prepare, the reading or listening test report for every reading and listening test. Once you finish it, please spend about 2 minutes to prepare this. This will help you to identify where you have to improve and where you are really strong enough already. So how do we use this kinds of tables? Let me go through the sample listening test report as well, and then I will give you the tips on how to use these tables when you have to prepare for the listening and the reading test. So when you go through the listening test, let's go through this. Question number 1 to 12, sorry, 1 to 24, you have got fill in the blanks question type, and these questions are falling under part A, and the number of questions are 24 and you're getting only 22. 22 is not that bad. It is still an area of improvement, however. Okay, let's go to the next part, that is question number 25 to 30. So these are the multiple choice questions and these are falling under part B, and there are 6 questions here. If we get all 6 or sorry 5 out of them, or then it's good. So this is 5. Okay, so if you get 5 out of them, then it's good. Okay, it is all right. I mean, 5 out of 6 is okay. And let's go to the next question number. So look at this, 31 to 42. They are the multiple choice questions once again, and they are falling under part C. And we have got 12 questions here. If you have got 8 out of 12 correctly, then it's still good. I'm very happy for you. So once you accumulate all the scores from each part, you will get 35 out of 42, which is really, really good. And that's the reason if you score very well in part A of the listening test, it saves your life like anything. Okay? It definitely saves your life. It makes your job easier. You can comfortably score 350. You can, in fact, score more than 400 as well. One of my students has scored 450. You guys know that, like Kaushika, one of the doctors from the southern part of India, has scored very well. She has scored 450 in listening, which means she has got, I think, at least around 39 out of 42. Okay, that's really good. All right, let's go through this. So achieving 22 out of 24 in part A of the listening section is going to help a lot. Okay, even if you score maybe 6 out of 12 here, you can still get 33 out of 42, which is still good. Okay, even if you get like part of the questions, just half of the questions correctly, you should be all right. Okay, how to use this table? So we know now how to prepare this table, and we know what it's going to be used for. Okay, which question types we can, or which sections we can use for. Okay, now we need to know how to use these tables. Well, once you finish your reading or listening test, please prepare this table as shown above, and then start answering only the individual question types where you have lost marks. For example, let's go to the reading section. When you look at the reading section here, we have got, the red one, isn't it? So we have got only 4 correct answers, right? It's not that good. We have got only 4 out of 7, which means before you take the next reading test, you should have practiced this particular question type well enough, and then you should have got consistently 100% marks. Okay, before you take up the full reading test once again, or full part A of the reading test once again. Do you guys understand what I mean? So as I already told you, you have to start answering only those individual question types, okay, where you have lost marks. Until you gain 100% confidence levels in those question types, you need to continuously practice, okay, before you take the full reading test or listening test. If you can consistently score very well in those weak areas, it is now the time for you to take the full reading or listening test once again. Again, you need to prepare the same table, similar kind of table after the second test, and compare your performance with the previous test. If you see any improvement in those weak areas, well done, you have done a very good job. I'm very happy for you. Even if you can see a little bit of improvement, I'm very happy because you are on the right track. For example, once I finish, the first reading test, I have got only 7 correct answers in information matching with the text. But when I go to the next, reading test, I was able to get maybe 5 out of 7, which is good. I'm very happy for you because you are on the positive side. You have been improving from say 4 to 5, which is really good. You should appreciate yourself. Don't say that you have got only 5 correct answers. It is still on the improvement side. It's still on the positive side. Do you guys understand what you mean?
Yes, sir.
Does anyone have any questions in relation to the self-assessment report or table for listening and reading sections?
No, sir.
Good. That's it. So you have to prepare the table. Don't underestimate the value of these tables. They will save your life like anything. Okay, just prepare them. You can monitor your progress yourself. You don't need anyone else to help you out on that because you know where you're losing your marks, isn't it? That's what you got to do.